All right. Next is Mr. Tom Calvert. And that's to be followed by Cam Victorian. And then Robert Warbuxton. I apologize if I mispronounced your name.
Good evening, Mayor Spiegel and council members. I've been here before on some issues with panhandlers and vagrants and the Griffin issue, which is traffic, which you're aware of. They've worked very hard, the police department's worked very hard at trying to get that taken care of. I know we have very limited resources as far as doing that, but we are having some major issues there now, and there's a few other people here that are going to talk about that tonight. One of the main things that I want to talk about is the panhandling, the homeless people that we have in the Costco shopping center, the Walmart shopping center. We're all very aware of an issue that happened at Walmart a couple weeks ago, which is very unfortunate. Last night, I was actually at Walmart about 8 o'clock, and I was confronted by an individual that was very aggressively wanting my signature. The reason I found that out is I'm walking out, he was accosting a lady trying to get in her car, and she just kept saying, "Leave me alone." So I kind of confronted him a little bit. One thing led to another. I ended up calling the cops. The cops come out, the Walmart managers come out, because I guess they were watching the whole thing on video. The individuals ended up leaving before anything, or before the police department arrived, so that's about the extent of that. But we have to do something as a community. This is my quality of life that we're talking about, and everybody that lives in that area. If I wanted to live where we couldn't walk to the shopping center, I'd live in LA. I live in Corona because I like the city of Corona. I'm a long-term resident here. I've lived here, 26 years now. And I plan on staying for a while. I'm not gonna be here till I die, I don't think, but I plan on staying for a while. And I would like to know what we can do about the homeless people, the panhandlers, and also our issues of speeding. I mean, we've probably guesstimated the traffic on Griffin as being over 70 miles an hour. We have homeless people living just up from the Hills Apartments. There's a camp there. I actually have some photos that I'd like to give to the chief on that. And then Griffin Park, we all know, is a nightmare. We have many homeless people that live up there. From the Hills Apartments, there's a little green belt there, and that, I've actually walked back in there. We have trails that go all the way alongside the freeway by all our properties that go all the way up to the park up there. And it's very well used. It doesn't take much to see it, and we need to do something. I don't know what we can do, but we have, as a community in our area, we started a neighborhood watch. We have to come up with some more things to do. So, that's all I have to say. I'll be here the next few council meetings because this is something that we're going to have to work on. We had a very unfortunate thing a couple weeks ago, and I wouldn't want that to happen to anybody else, let alone my wife. Okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Cam Victorian.
I wanted to thank him for a great tour that he put on. Jonathan, that was fabulous.
Madam Mayor, Councilman, my name is Kim Victorian. I'm also a neighbor of Tom's. I just want to hit really quick a couple things. The one is, we all know we have a homeless problem in the city as well as within the state. We know from recent articles in the press enterprise that many of our homeless don't take advantage of the programs that are available to them. We know that as well from some of the police department. My concern, kind of echoing on Tom, is the aggressive behavior. And I think it's time we take a look at what aggressive activities we can do to address those homeless that are being aggressive before we have an incident like we had 2 weeks ago. So I would ask the council to maybe take a look at how we can coordinate the community, groups like Neighborhood Watch, the police department, and start putting together both a short-term plan and a long-term plan for how we're going to deal with this. Thank you.
Thank you. Robert Warbuxton?
Hi, good evening. I am Robert Warburton, and I live 2496 Griffin Way, and there is the problem that we have, as everybody does know, is the three-way stop. It's not a stop sign. It's just it's a raceway down the street. It's they blow through the stop sign. They don't acknowledge anybody that lives around there. You can't walk across the street. You can't do anything in the front yard. You can't bring your grandkids out there because you're just in danger of cars running the stop sign. And there's altercations daily. Sunday, a guy in a Camaro doing 70 miles an hour up the street veered around a guy that excuse me, was at a stop sign and avoided another car and just raced down the street like it was a daily event. It's got to stop. I mean, it's just, and unfortunately, you know, you got the 91 freeway going to start up, and then there's going to be a lot more traffic coming through there. Other than moving away from Corona and away from that stop sign, I'll do whatever it takes, and I do whatever it takes. From talking to the people to calling the city police department, and Corona does do a very fair job. They come out and they sit there and give tickets and stuff, but I don't see why we can't put stop signs. I mean, speed bumps there. Try it out to let the people know that we're not just playing around with them, because that's what it is. The police department will sit up there, they'll give the tickets, and then 2-3 days, a week later, they won't show up, and all the cars do is they just kind of look up there as they continue down the street. Unfortunately, nobody's gotten hurt. I've seen some pretty close calls, but the day that somebody does lose their life out there, that place is it's not going to be good. So hopefully we can do something about that. Thank you.
Thank you.